Could I have your name, please, sir?
Yes, I'm Jerry Wu.
Okay. What do you think about the violent removal of a passenger on United Flight 3411? Have you heard this news?
Yes, I've heard this news, and I think the United Airline didn't handle the situation in the right way.
So, you must agree that United Airlines should take responsibility for this incident.
Sure, they should have. What's more, the airline company was unreasonable since they had boarded an ancient gentleman and gave him a seat. If they were overbooked, they should always sort these things out before boarding the plane. They had flight crews coming. They should have knew that too. If they saved 4 seats for Lim, then it would have been much better than taking people off the planet. I wonder where's their planning.
Okay, we have organized some information about this incident. We would like to take some time with us to look through it.
Sure, I would like to see it.
April 9, 2017. A passenger named Dr. David Dawn was dragged off the plane by airport police. In the beginning, the airline needed to get 4 crew members from Chicago, Illinois to Louisville, Kentucky. So they decided to boot 4 passengers off the plane after no one volunteered to give up their seat. Dr. Davidal was booted, but he refused to get off the plane since he needed to get back to the hospital in time. Then, the video explained the response from airline to Dr. Davidal.
It's not right. Can't the pilots drive to Louisville? Can't they rent a car for the pilots and have them drive? No! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! No! Oh my Guys, my God! What are you doing? No, this is wrong. Oh my God! Look at what you did to him! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Good work. Way to go.
This is horrible.
Some of the people says that it's because Dr. Davidal is an overbooking passenger, so he needs to get off the plane for sure. Before we talk about whether it's right or not, let's give you some information about overbooking. Overbooking. The system can bring enough profit to keep the company operating. That's the reason why they make this program. The cost of every flight is constant. If we stand in airline company's position, making benefit is our main goal for no doubt. Now, for example, this flight can accommodate 100 passengers and we do sell 100 tickets to them. Unfortunately, some of them cancel their flight. Some of them do not make it to the airport in time. Some of them just change their flight. Only 80 people board the plane. That is, the profit is less than maximum benefit. After a long time, the income cannot support the cost. The airline must close down. Then, here comes the solution: overbooking. This system can make sure that every flight can reach the maximum profit. Back to the example we mentioned before, we sell 120 tickets to the passenger so that no seat will be wasted. However, what if no one cancels their flight? What happens to those overbooking passengers? The airline can offer a compensation scheme, including hotel accommodation, flight changing, etc. Different airline has distinct solutions, but they all share the same value that they hope every passenger enjoy and satisfy. According to the process, if Dr. Davidal is the overbooking passenger, theoretically, he can't board the plane. This is not an overbooking situation. So, what can we see in this incident? The answer is racial discrimination.
This event perhaps not deliberately to racial discrimination, but the Americans deep-rooted that white people is the world's best race. So racial discrimination is already their own long-standing idea. In the past, there are similar accidents, such as York's event. When the implementation of Jim Crow law, there are white and black separate seats. December 1, 1995, there is a bus which seats are full. Suddenly, a white gets on the bus. The driver ordered Parks to give the seat to the white, but she refused to do that. Then she was arrested. After that, triggering a boycott of Montgomery bus movement. The U.S. Congress called her the mother of the current civil rights movement.
From the past to now, there happened a lot of things about racial discrimination, like the Oscar award. Some people say that is too white. A lot of candidates were white, but few of people or even none were other races. As we can see, the president of America now has been changed. Donald Trump now rules the whole country. We think some of the things he do might make racism more often to happen, and even be more violently. Like he said, it will build a wall between the US and Mexico. This might be influence on immigrants, the influence of racism not only for Mexicans, but for the people who aren't white. We think in the future America will have more racial discrimination, and the issue about racism will have more too. The tensions between all the races will getting higher, and the immigration will become more difficult. Another reason that will make immigrants less will be the racial discrimination, because it will become more violent, and the life of immigrants will become more harder. So the immigrants might move in less, unless Trump stops some extreme moves, or the conflict between races may not stop, and even getting more.
The airline's unrelated racial demonstration, instance of deep-seated class antagonism in the United States, Asian time to the business to become rich for the glory, commercial interest, everyone fantasizes to escape the exciting class. The book of how to get rich is always high in the list. Everyone believes that as long as you work hard, you can reach your dream, climb out of the original class. A high racial society represents inequality between people and strata develop a culture of similarity. Therefore, in the face of the same class of people, the response should be a considerable test of advance and retreat. Accidentally, racial discrimination and discrimination can be said to be normal. Incident of United Airlines, we all know that there are many cabin options that can be chosen, but the choice of which represents with often of the social class. So in the event of an emergency request for lower class academician and other passengers scarf rights and interest is not unexpected. And sitting in the economic class of the doctor,
he suffered unreasonable treatment is reflected in the social default class. This incident is not just a single race, even more hidden class antagonism. What do you think about the information that we gave it to you? What's your thoughts?
So far, I understand that the flight was overbooked. It might be false since United Airlines decided want to use some additional seat for their own employees. This is a different scenario compared with overbooking. Secondly, I think that this incident was racism since the ancient gentleman, his name is David Loud, and he was chosen randomly to be dragged off. But what really matters is the reaction for the other ancient that points out the truth. Many ancient have experienced racism directly, but they have felt uncomfortable talking about it. By this time, David Loud's action and our response will go a long way toward removing the stereotype that we are Dogsy, and that's a good thing, I think.
Okay, thank you for spending your time with us.